I just saw this and thought, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I was born in 82, and next year I'll be 41, and that equals up to 2023.
I guess it happens until you get to
until you're dead.
I thought this was a really cool way to start the podcast today. But you know what? It's stupid. Cheyenne, you need to fact check your Facebook.
This case should never have come to trial.
I don't think it's fair to call my clients frauds. Because one time I turned into a dog and they helped me. Thank you.
Your Honor, we would like to withdraw our plea of not guilty and enter a plea of guilty.
This trial is a travesty. It's a travesty of a mockery, of a sham, of a mockery, of a travesty, of two mockeries, of a sham.
If we are to have faith in justice, we need only to believe in ourselves.
And the truth shall set you free!
How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Oh, guilty, but with a real good excuse.
I think the truth will come forth.
You can't handle the truth!
Hello, everybody. It is time for more Law Lite, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. We are here today at the two-story white brick edifice, 530 Frederica Street, in the studio, conference room, library. And PJ's with me.
Yep, coming right out of the gate with that high energy.
It's hard for me to talk right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm still having problems talking.
Does it hurt?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it got into the roof of my mouth or something, and I still have swelling, obviously. You can tell by looking, but
right.
I think in the top ones they had such a problem with, and there's like these holes that go up almost into the roof of my mouth, so it hurts to swallow. And since it hurts to swallow...
So what are you doing for food? Can you eat anything?
Yeah, it's tough.
So it's like you're in a liquid diet right now?
Liquid and just real soft, yeah.
Yeah. Did you say why your mouth is hurting so people listening know?
Oh, yeah, I had my wisdom teeth extracted. Yeah, all four. It'll be a week tomorrow, and I mean, you know, I bounced right back. The next day I was up and about and doing stuff, but and it's not like a 10 out of 10 type pain. It's like a 4 out of 10 type pain. So it bothers you and it hurts to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you tend not to let your normal...
It hurts to swallow?
Yeah, because it's up in the... Think about the roof of your mouth where it connects to the front of your throat.
Oh, yeah.
It's ripped up into there, and they had stitches, you know. So anyway, I keep trying to... and apparently I bit my tongue real bad while I was numb. And
that
so I've got
sucks.
some sores on my tongue. And
yeah.
A couple things. Man, I mean, it is just crazy around our law firm right now. We've got new people training. Kelsey, who was hired to be a paralegal in the Madisonville office, and she's here in Owensboro today training.
I'm taking a picture with her after we do this.
Good. She's a real nice girl.
Yeah.
Kelsey's going to be Davin's primary paralegal. We also are training right now as we speak in Bowling Green. Heather Short. Heather will be working out of the Bowling Green office, helping anybody that has Bowling Green work, and primarily working with Holly.
Right. Heather Sharp.
Heather Sharp. What did I say?
Short.
Short. Well, you know, short, sharp.
Close.
we're
both terrible wordologists.
So we have that, and actually, as soon as I'm done here, I have to have a meeting with Katie about possibly going ahead and hiring a new medical person.
Oh, wow.
And moving Katie into more of a paralegal position. So,
yeah. And I'm headed to Bowling Green after this.
All right. We're just going to have to do Henderson next week.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can do it tomorrow.
Okay. But you need to make sure Robin's there.
Okay.
And can let you in.
Is there no one in the actual office?
No, there
yet?
is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There is, but you want Robin there. Just let them know you're coming. Right. So
I tried to get the address off our website, and then I realized it's not on the website.
So
yet.
That's on your list of things.
Yes,
to do.
That's when I was like, I have to get to the address now, so I can then get it to them.
2nd Street, and it's the City Center building. Remember?
Okay.
Remember all that?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You've got that.
The City Center.
It should be in your emails. Yeah, you know.
Right.
But City Center.
I'll reach out to Chris and ask him.
So, yeah, he'll be full
of gusto.
Yeah. But, yeah, a lot's going on. I've signed up another personal injury case yesterday. Went to Grayson County and got it signed up. I'm just real excited about how the firm is really, I mean, back on that upswing of just incredibly taking in. Last week we took in 19 new cases.
Oh, wow.
Not just personal injury.
Right. but still, that's great.
19 new cases were filed or opened last week. The count for the entire firm across the board is approximately 800 open files. So we're skiddly doo-bah right now.
Eat that, company that rhymes with Jorgen and Jorgen.
Yeah, and the guy that's a garden tool, not that, like a not a sledgehammer,
right?
Anything else? An axe, pickaxe, pickaxer,
yeah, hedge trimmer,
garden hoe. Oh
yikes!
You're not the only person that can cross that line. Every now and then,
you
buddy.
did. You jumped right over the line today.
I called Daryl Isaacs a garden hoe.
Is he Evansville?
Out of Louisville.
Oh, he's Louisville.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So for some reason, I was thinking he was in Evansville.
Get to some substance.
I was just trying to figure out how long it's going to take for him to come here and try to fight you in the parking lot.
I'll fight him with all my teeth busted up right now. I'll smack that guy down.
Oh, did they have to like break your teeth apart to get him out?
They had to cut them.
They had to cut your teeth?
When I was coming, I don't remember any of this. Number one,
sounds like it's a good thing.
Okay, I have to tell this story, but I had always, my daughters all got their wisdom teeth taken out at this place. Okay?
Right.
The way it worked was, when it was over, you drove around the back of the building and they brought them out the back door. And
your teeth?
No, you're the patient.
Oh, okay.
So when we pulled up that day, I said to Missy, they're going to probably tell you to pull around back to get me. And I said, and she was like, okay. I said, it's just right around there. I showed her where it was. I don't remember this, but I've been told. We were walking out, and they said, okay, well, we're going to take you right here to the front door. Your wife's waiting out in the lobby. And I looked at them. I said, I'm not going out that front door. And they were like, yeah. I was like, mm-mm. And I stopped dead in my tracks, like I was not moving. And I was like, because my wife won't be there. She is waiting for me at the back door. And they're like, no, she's out in the lobby. I said, no, I am not going out the front door. You're not tricking me into that trick, And so apparently they summons Missy to come, and she stood in front of me, and I was like, oh, there you are. You ready to go? I don't remember any of that. But I was afraid to go out the front door.
Because they were going to trick you.
Mm-hmm. They were just going to leave me standing there.
That's funny.
Apparently, I told one of the nurses that she was better at giving IVs than her daughter.
Well, I've seen those videos after people they get the gas or whatever.
Okay, I kept coming to. Like, I kept waking up and they were jerking on my head and I asked, apparently, and again, don't remember this, but the oral surgeon's a friend of mine. He sent me a text telling me some of the funny stuff I said, but he said that I asked to see the teeth. And he's like, no, they're cut up into 15 pieces. Like, he has to cut them out in sections.
What do they use to cut teeth?
Some kind of diamond tip drill saw blade or something.
Jeez.
I've got these troughs in my jawbone back here. I can tell you they've been cutting. Okay.
Yikes.
So
now all the holes are like closed up, right? Like you don't have like an open hole.
It's healing.
That's good. See, I got real lucky with my wisdom teeth. I have 2 wisdom teeth that grew. It's in my upper part of my jaw, and they're there, but they've never come down. And I have no wisdom teeth in my lower jaw. I don't know why that happened, but
so if somebody socked you in your jaw right there, they could jam your wisdom teeth into your eyeballs.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Well, but don't want to find out.
No. Well, if
okay,
Daryl Isaacs shows up.
If Daryl Isaacs shows up, he won't touch my face. I will knock his wisdom teeth out.
What if he already had them out?
Then his molars are coming out. Mm-hmm. I got an interesting tidbit for you.
Okay.
Did you know that today the whole world is the same age? Today is a very special day, and mathematically it only happens once every 1,000 years.
Cue the music.
Here's what I mean by that. Are you listening?
Yeah, I was turning my phone down.
You take your age. What's your age?
40.
40. And you take your year of birth. What's your year of birth?
82.
And add those two together, and it adds up to what? 2022. Let's do me. I'm 52.
Okay.
And I was born. Mine doesn't work.
Math is wrong?
Well, it's because it's so strange that the experts can't explain it. You check it out and see if it's 2022. It's been waiting for 1,000 years. Like if you're 68, you're born in 54, so that adds up to 2022. Right. Okay, but mine, I'm 52, And I was born in 1969. That adds up to 2021, brother.
Huh.
I am an anomaly.
You are.
I was like...
Well, we knew that before we did
I am a
this.
freak, and I come out at night.
The freaks come out at night.
Hey,
Freaks come out
I
at
need to
night.
go on my... Okay, so Cheyenne...
That actually does work because Connor was born in 2011. He's 11, so there's 2022.
I am 52, right? If I was born in 69...
I don't know. Are you?
I haven't had my birthday yet. My birthday's in November. I can't wait.
Oh, so then it's... Oh, wait, but it would have to be today.
Today. It doesn't work. That's right. So, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Let's go to this. I can't wait to just blow this up.
It'll still work in November, though.
It will work in November.
Maybe they should have said this is the year where it's a mathematical anomaly or not a day.
Comments. Let's see where their comments are. Cheyenne, it isn't true.
Logan was born in 2004, and he's 18. That's 2022.
Yeah. But it's for everybody but me. I'm the freak.
Yeah.
Anybody born in October, September, after today, October, November, or December of 1969,
It doesn't work. No.
Isn't true. Period.
Well, here's the thing, though. Next year, Logan will be 19, and he was born in 2004. So it'll be that's 2023 in 2023. So then technically, doesn't that work for every year?
I just saw this and thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And I thought it would be really good to kind of introduce.
Yeah, because I was born in 82, and next year I'll be 41, and that equals up to 2023.
I guess it happens until you get to
until you're dead.
So if it was, because in 1969, when I was one, when I turned one in 1970, right? Mm-hmm. Then it would have been true that 1 plus 69 is 70. Ah, man, this is just a stupid. I thought this was a really cool way to start the podcast today. But you know what? It's stupid. Cheyenne, you need to fact check your Facebook.
Oh wait, did she get this off Facebook?
No, she posted it on Facebook.
I mean, so what was her?
Isn't this amazing?
The base,
bro?
like,
She just put it on there.
It was just a regular post.
Yeah, just a post. Like, hey, guess what?
She didn't cite her source, or
no, she didn't. But I just blew it open. I just demonstrated to her that that's not true. Bing, bing, bing. Plus, you've demonstrated that it may be true in all other years. So,
right.
All right. Well, now,
unless you're coming from the past or the future, then it won't work.
Yes, you're right.
If you're a time traveler.
Time travelers. So Travis, Holtree, and time travelers blow it out of the water.
So if you, from November of this year, came from the future to now, then it would work.
It would work.
That's a movie right there.
There it is, a movie. Let me tell you something, PJ.
Okay.
A few months ago,
I'm waiting to be told.
All my cousins had to pick who was the most interesting cousin. And I got a lot of heat for saying that I was the most interesting cousin.
Are you still getting heat?
No, it's gone. It's
run its course.
They've realized.
Okay.
But if this doesn't prove that I am the most interesting, that I am just I am the difference maker. I am the anomaly.
Right.
I'm the freak.
Well, you also have your own platform to be able to take their, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word. It's not coming
I don't know
to
what you're talking
the
about.
tip of my tongue.
Okay.
But anyway, you have a platform to be able to break down what they're putting out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
In my head, that sounded like it was going to be a lot more insightful.
I was like, what does that mean? Yeah. You sound like me coming out of wisdom tooth extraction. Okay.
Maybe I am.
Now we're going to shift gears into something serious. Did you see the headline last night about what was going on in Memphis, Tennessee?
About the teacher or about the shooting?
Shooting.
I just saw the I didn't read the article, but I just saw an article pop up
so,
about the shooting.
So the guy was doing these sporadic shootings live on Facebook. He would do Facebook Live and shoot people.
Did he kill anybody?
4.
So he showed himself killing people live on Facebook.
Yes. And he injured 3 others, critically injured. They found him. He's 19 years old and just was released from prison for a violent crime that he had committed and been sentenced to 3 years.
Right.
He was released from prison at the beginning of his 11th month of his term. So he committed this crime that he was in prison for as an 18-year-old. He served 11 months of it and was released on his first day of release.
He goes and does this. Is he trying to get... You know how they say when some criminals are released from prison, they immediately break the law again to then be sent back to prison because they're so accustomed to that lifestyle that they can't reacclimate into society, or they're afraid to, so they get in trouble because being in that kind of a setting like prison is more comforting to them. So that's what they're used to.
I don't know.
I mean, the guy's obviously a sociopath.
He is. So when it started happening, basically the whole city of Memphis went on lockdown because this guy was out and about. And so like they closed down I think it said a baseball field, and restaurants and all that were closing down. They were telling people to shelter in place, like stay home until this guy's apprehended, because there was no rhyme or reason to who he was picking off. When they finally got him, he was in a stolen vehicle,
of course,
and had 2 guns in his car. What you said about him just immediately wanting to get put back in prison. I mean, he steals a car, accesses guns somehow, whether they were stolen or I don't think the article that I read.
They were probably
it was on
in the
Hannity
car
last night, and they were trying to find the guy still. Like I went to bed last night at 9, and they were still trying to find him. I woke up this morning and they had found him. So it made me think about a couple things. Number one is the status of our prison system, to where violent criminals are being released without serving even a third of their sentence.
Right.
Because if this guy's serving out his sentence, this doesn't happen. At least yesterday it doesn't happen. Who's to say after the 3 years, if he's got the tendency of saying, hey, I want right back into the system, into jail, that he wouldn't have done it then. But, there's 4 people that are dead that gave their life because this guy got out early.
So was he just driving up to people, rolling the window down, pointing the phone and the gun, and then shooting at them?
I think that's what was done, shooting from the car. I didn't watch any of the Facebook Live. I just know that it was on Facebook Live. Everybody, it's confirmed. I think they may have some of the footage, but I'm not sure they're showing it.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't want to see it.
Right. But a couple things crossed my mind. One was, of course, what's wrong? Why are we letting violent criminals? All criminals, I think, if you're sentenced, you should fulfill that sentence unless there are just extraordinary circumstances.
Right.
But my second thing is, if you're going to err, you don't take a chance with violent criminals.
No, I agree. I had this conversation the other day, and we were talking about pedophiles. Nobody grows up going, I want to be a pedophile. Nobody wants to be attracted to children as a grown-up. So it's obviously a sickness. It's sad and it's unfortunate, and it is some kind of a mental illness. And we all have like forms of mental illness. We have like we can have a handle on, right? And I'm sure there's pedophiles out there, or people that would be pedophiles, but like they have a handle on it, where they're not going to cross that line. And those are not the dangerous pedophiles. Those necessarily aren't the ones that you have to worry about. It's the ones that cross that line, right? It's the ones that break the rules and do things that aren't supposed to be done. Same with like violent criminals, right? I mean, I'm sure we all have, I would say most of us probably have it in us to kill someone if we absolutely had to. But the people who do it out of sheer thrill or fun, I mean, those are the people that you just lock up and throw away the key. If you're violent towards someone, I'm not saying no one can change, but at the same time, like if you bash somebody's head in and you don't kill them, but it's just assault, right? Assault and battery, but you hurt them and you're only doing it for fun, and then you go to prison just for, it's like, that's not the person you want back in society.
Early.
Right, or at all. Yeah, I mean, especially early, but at all. I mean, I don't understand why some of these really violent criminals, and I know every situation is also different. If like you bash somebody's head in for self-defense, that's one thing. Right. But, someone like this, I have a feeling that whatever he was in prison for previously, it was only a matter of time. This is the escalation of what he was already doing. So why even let that person out at all?
I agree, and the people of Memphis agree. But here's another thought. Put that situation into your hometown. Think about yesterday, you're leaving work, and you hear there is an active shooter on the loose, recording it on Facebook Live. You have kids to pick up. You have places to go. You're out and about. You got to get home, right? And you got to get your loved ones home.
Right.
What he did went a lot further than just the 4 lives. He had a city the size of Memphis paralyzed.
Yeah.
Paralyzed.
Well, that's part of it, though.
Yeah.
If you look at the typical profile for someone who's really violent, they tend to be like overly cocky. And a sociopath is also tend to be narcissists, right? And narcissists are all about themselves. They want to be talked about. They want to be heard and seen and all that. They don't necessarily want to be caught, but they want whatever they're doing to be recognized. And what's more recognizable than doing your crimes live on Facebook? You know, I mean, that is like that. I mean, that's a narcissistic move right there. I think it's stupid because obviously he was probably doing it from his profile.
Right.
So they have his name and anything else that he had on there. But
well, anyway, I'm glad they caught him, and I'm glad he's been apprehended. It's terrible. The 7 people, 4 deaths, 3 serious injury.
That's horrible.
1 they didn't know if it was gonna make it or not. So, you know, I saw it last night, and I thought, it's something I want to touch on the podcast.
You know, when a dog or an animal becomes vicious and bites someone and they put them down?
Exactly.
That's what should happen with people.
Exactly.
There are certain people that just need to be put down because here's what's going to happen now. He's going to go back to prison and he's going to stay there, and we're going to pay for him to stay there. There's no way he's ever going to get out and be in society. And I understand it's like the whole purpose of prison is to say, well, who are you to say that this person doesn't deserve to live? Here's the thing. I won't kill him, but I'm not going to pay to feed him.
Right.
He can figure it out on his own. He can eat grass or crickets or whatever else he can find. Just maybe we need to create an island like what we did with Australia, or not we, but they did back, in the day, and just take these people who cannot make it in society and then abandon them. Because they're not doing us any good,
right.
And we're not killing them. They're left to their own devices. So if they survive, they survive. But it's all based on themselves, like in Escape from New York, where they turned Manhattan Island into that prison. It's just like everybody was put there. Yeah. Oh, and real quick, to finish what I was saying about pedophiles, I was saying so the dangerous pedophiles, the ones that actually cross that line and get caught, I think they're the same way. It's like you need to be put down. You've broken that trust, that you've taken things to the next level, and there's no going back from that.
Right.
I'm sorry that somehow your brain didn't work correctly and you did this. That sucks and it's horrible. But the bottom line is you can't control yourself, so you don't need to be a part of society. So throw them on the island.
And then send over.
Right. And then the Facebook Live dude, and they can fight each other, and whoever gets killed, that person can then eat that person's body to stay alive.
Yeah. And maybe Daryl Isaacs can go over there.
I don't know. That seems a bit extreme just for a guy who's
a competitor,
right?
But he has a sledgehammer.
He hasn't killed anybody.
He's a hammer.
Though.
Who knows what he uses that hammer for?
Maybe building.
Yeah, what?
A career.
He sure has. No hard feelings. All right. Yep. Well, listen, got work to do. Been good talking.
It has,
as always.
I didn't know anything about the shooter. Last night, while you were paying attention to serious, real issues, I was watching this movie on Netflix called Day Shift, and it's Jamie Foxx's new movie where he's a vampire hunter. Man, it was fantastic.
Was it?
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah. Check
it out. It's a horror comedy, and it's got some over the top blood and gore and stuff in it, but it is hysterical. It has Dave Franco in it. It's got a whole bunch of people that you would recognize.
Yeah.
But man, it was so good, and the action sequences in it were phenomenal. They did the stunt. I don't know I got to look up who the stunt person was, because it had some of the best stunt work that I've ever seen in a movie.
Have you ever had to use a stunt man in your movies?
I have, but nowhere near to the effect of what they did in this, because it's a vampire would jump at them and he'd pull a shotgun up and he'd shoot them while they're in midair, and their bodies would flip and hit the floor, and it's like their bodies were twisted, so their chest and head were one way and their legs were kind of back over their head. And you can always tell if it's CGI or unless it was some of the best CGI work that's ever been done, or it was just really, really, they switched to dummies or somehow, man, I don't know, but
it was good, huh?
It was, and the special effects in it, even the CGI that was in it, because there was a lot of CGI blood, I guess, that was all really well done. I was really impressed with the movie.
All right, well, there's your everybody's plug for
Day Shift on Netflix.
Day Shift. All right. Well, thank you for that, and we will move on to next week. We need to try to make our way over to Dee's Diner to our official restaurant sponsor.
That's right.
Haven't been there for a couple weeks, so we'll head over there next week. Until then, we appreciate everybody listening. This has been Law Lite, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, fwhlegal.com. You can check us out on all of our platforms of social media. Until next time, God bless.
This case should never have come to trial.
I don't think it's fair to call my clients frauds. Because one time I turned into a dog and they helped me. Thank you.
Your Honor, we would like to withdraw our plea of not guilty and enter a plea of guilty.
This trial is a travesty. It's a travesty of a mockery of a sham, of a mockery of a travesty of two mockeries of a sham.
If we are to have faith in justice, we need only to believe in ourselves.
And the truth shall set you free!
How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Oh, guilty, but with a real good excuse.
I think the truth will come forth.
You can't handle the truth!